Greetings everyone, namaste and a warm welcome to you all. Hey guys, this is Capricorn's March reading for 2018. Now before I start the reading, I had done a little bit of intuitive work for you all before the videos. So Capricorn, you came up with the ideas and energies of relationship harmony in the colour orange, which is the sacral chakra area of the body. So it's about rebalancing relationships with the messages that I got for you, and communicating honestly can restore inner peace and relationship harmony. So that's something for you guys to ponder upon. What it actually means to all of you or individually, I'm not sure, but I hope the message has some positive reflection for you. We are using 4 of these cards, which do have reversals this time around in them, and then 4 of the energy healing cards underneath as clarifiers. So Capricorn, what's in store? The 9 of Pentacles, the right way up, the 9 of Swords reversed, the Star, and the Moon. So 2 major arcana cards here for you, the Star and the Moon, both celestial heavenly bodies. And interestingly enough, just in January, or February rather, we have gone through the two eclipses. So there could be quite some relevance going on there ecliptically for you guys. There might be some changes that you are noticing coming into your life. Now that Deceit card popped out. It did seem to want to jump out. I'm going to leave it over there. Interestingly enough, it's a card that I would probably link in a little bit with the Moon, but we will see what that is doing in the reading as we move through. It might be related to the message I gave you earlier about rebalancing relationships and communicating honestly. So if there has been any deceit in any relationships around you, whether it's deceit at your own end or deceit that someone has been doing for you, it might be a wise idea to communicate one way or another anyhow. Okay, so this is for Capricorn for March 2018. Remember too, March is the change of seasons on the planet, from summer to autumn and from winter to spring. It can be quite turbulent for many different reasons. Often March is known as March madness. A man holding a heart, community, rest and rejuvenation, and victory. So you have an interesting array of cards there, Capricorn, with the extra one thrown in. So we will start on the left with the 9 of Pentacles and work from there on in. You have the 2 major arcanas with your reading and the 1 reversal of the 9 of Swords. So let's just work through what these might possibly be wanting to tell us for March 2018. The 9 of Pentacles is often considered the voluptuous or, gracious card. She sits there with a beautiful bird on her shoulders, obviously oozing grace and charm and seemingly financial security as well, with all those gold medallions she has strapped around her neck. So sometimes she exudes the thought of partying and social life and gracefulness and hosting events or attending events, sometimes famous things as well, so celebrities. Some of you might be meeting celebrities or attending, grand things in March that are either like quite in the news or on social media or things like that. Now also underneath with the man holding the heart, he also too kind of to me has a feeling of not necessarily a celebrity, but something to do with fame and fortune possibly. So whether or not this is some of you meeting people, glamorous people in the limelight, or attending functions where something like this is going on, or knowing of it or being connected to it or working with it is a possibility. Some of you might be finding that you are being taken on board as an extra in a movie set, or some of you might find that your scripts are being looked at, or something you have written or something you have posted becomes noted, or you're in the news yourself. There's got this feeling around here about these two cards. These are the messages, whoops, that have just jumped out. But going back to traditional messages, the card, the Nine of Pentacles, often does say your finances can be quite steady at the moment and feeling happy and contented, as if you've got enough coming in to enjoy the things in life like social outings and get-togethers and pleasant pastimes. Now, the man underneath, for some of you, could be a new man coming into your life who also offers this feeling of love and happiness and support and, you know, attraction, chemistry between the two of you. If you're a man listening to this, this can also be about you maybe finding a woman that you admire, and even possibly the same type of sign as yourself, so the earth sign energy. And it could also be that you are embracing the more feminine side of your life, but also enjoying social outings, get-togethers and things like that as well. So those two cards are a wonderful way to start the month of March. Some of you sound like you're in for quite a good time. I'm still looking at the guy that jumped out first, the Deceit card, and I couldn't necessarily pair him with anything, or I chose not to, and he sits on his own. Now, I find him rather an ugly looking character, and reading in the book, it definitely is a forewarning, and it says this person is in your life already. It is someone that you may work with or socialise with or be in your family, and they are deceitful. So there is someone around who has been misbehaving, and possibly even things like spreading rumours or creating turbulence or negativity for you. They say be very wary of this person. He is also holding here, he has a bag of something quite valuable in his hands. Now that's a warning that some of you, he could be either stealing money from you or taking money that you may not have known about. He could come into your home and lift some objects up or take something away, or some of you might find that you are even subject to something like a burglary or, you know, something unpleasant like that. He's not very nice. I don't like him at all. So I'm glad he's just sitting to the side. But that is a message for you to be aware of the people in the month of March. And I said earlier that March is about the March Madness. I think there's going to be a few people like that around. Now remember also, it was about for you guys balancing relationships and communicating honestly. So this deceit that's going on could be someone who is spreading unpleasant things about you, or not being open and honest in communication or relationships. So it could be that you need to address things with this person and tell them to back off or get their facts straight. It could also be something you are deceiving yourself about. You know, are you being honest with everything in your life, or is there something that you're hiding from or not being truthful about? And again, this is about open communication with yourself as well as others. So I think that first message I gave you, which was the intuitive one that arrived, could be very worthwhile for you guys to ponder upon for this month. So I'll swing that lens back around a little bit. I don't really want to sit there looking at that creepy guy for the whole reading, so I'll just check that that's in balance. We move into the second row, the Nine of Swords reversed and the Community card. Now the Nine of Swords reversed still has a bit of a similar meaning as the other one. It can mean that there's a bit more of a block going on. So for some reason you might be feeling a little bit anxious or tied up or a bit worried about things, and it feels as though this has been around a little while and it's not moving on, and you're going, why can't I get rid of this feeling? Why can't I move beyond it? Well, it could have something to do again with the people in your life, because that card down there is the Community card. But normally that Community card is very much like the Three of Wands, Cups, which is all about gaiety and happiness and events and friendships and spontaneity and attending functions, a sisterhood love type thing, networking. So possibly it could be tied up in your own worry about your friends. You know, are you feeling there's a little bit of pressure from them, or are you wanting to be too much like certain people? Are you putting too many expectations on yourself to fit into a certain network, or are you finding that your network of friends are demanding too much at the moment, like they're all out there doing this and that, and it's all rah 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 and go go go, and you're thinking, blimey, I can't fit it all in, or I can't keep up. So I think what it is telling you is you do have to think about things here. You have to place logic into perspective. You have to reduce the best you can anxieties and worries and tensions and put them into perspective. I think you've also got a message in the next two cards about taking a little bit of time out and slowing down, Capricorn. You guys actually do really, really well from a little bit of rest in your life. You know, you are the sturdy workers. You are quite determined and stalwart, and you will get to where you want to go, but you have to pace yourself. It's all about knowing when to stop and when to carry on. So those two cards seem to be a little bit juxtapositioned against each other. So there's some sort of hidden message going on between the two of them. I mean, separately they're quite easy to interpret, but together there is this little bit of, you know, strange connection to either partying or friends or pressure from them or something like that. But let's move to the next one. The first of your major arcana is the Star. And the fact that we've got the Star and the Moon together do make me feel of the recent eclipses and perhaps energies that you will be going through, maybe personal change, maybe certain things happening in your life that could be really good and positive, such as new doors opening, or, you know, new paradigms of thought or understanding or belief systems, or the ability to jump to the next level in career or studies that you're doing. So coming back to the Star, it is often one of the most beloved cards in the deck, and it generally tells you that you will have protection if anything negative is around. And of course we go back to that first card, the Deceit card. So you will be protected to a degree. Usually the protection comes from your spiritual or celestial helpers, actually, which is what the stars up above are actually referring to. These are often spirit guides or angels that are in your life helping you to see things that are in front of you. Now, often when we have rest and rejuvenation, we are gifted with insight, and you can see all this powerful universal white light energy just rushing into this person's body. He looks like the peak of physical fitness. He is a sublime, fit person who is manifesting at the mind level all the very best that life has to offer, which is white light, you know, love, peace, harmony, enjoying his body and his spirit and his soul. A very similar depictogram actually between above and below, male and female, so yin and yang, balancing each other out. They both have kind of semi-naked bodies, and they're both sort of in a seated type position. She's dealing with water and nurturing earth, and he's getting the energy from above and from space and from celestial, spiritual encompassment. So that is quite a profound column there about saying when you guys take the rest and rejuvenation and realign yourselves, you will find possibly this great awareness or alchemy of being able to transfer negative things like anxiety, fear and worry into this harvest of more uplifting energy and magical power and connection and answers that come. So it's very much to me about balance. She also talks about the need for balance, which is what she's doing with the jugs of water. It's also very much the feminine energy, the water, the flow, the creativity, the passion, the finding the answers from within. So for any of you who need to drop off something in your life that you shouldn't be having, such as anxiety, or when I say shouldn't be having, I mean would rather not be going through or experiencing. So anxiety, depression, fear, addictions, any deceit from your internal being or from external people. This is the time to find the balance, to bring things into peace, to connect with your celestial helpers, to do the meditation, to connect with this white light and re-energize yourself. So we come over here to your second major arcana card, and we have the moon, and down here we have victory. And again, these two are a little bit different to each other. The moon often talks about deals or things being done at night, or undercover, or hidden agenda, or deceit a little bit. So this can be people, groups of people, collaborations, or things that you are joining up with. And oftentimes water sign people can be involved, say a Cancer or a Scorpio. Sometimes this card can actually be when there is an affair going on. So one of you, like either the person you're with or yourself, might already have a partner that you might not be being honest with, and you're starting to see someone new, or you're thinking of someone else, or you're spending more time with this other person, or the other person could be in a relationship with someone else. There's that often happens when the moon card comes out. Now it can also portend to things like doing a deal and it's not quite legal, so who knows what you guys could be up to under the cover of things, but it could be things like buying stolen goods or selling them, or drug deals, or purchasing things that aren't right. You know, they've either been bought dishonestly or sold dishonestly, and you're not aware of it either. So there's many implications for this. But this is also about connecting again with the female cycles of life, very much like the female body here. So it's about hormone balance, especially for women, and maintaining levels of balance, of harmony within your hormonal body and within your emotional body. So we've got quite a lot of messages towards the end here about balance within your body, both physical and spiritual, and in the mind. This is also a time where you might find intuitive feelings and thoughts coming your way, and being able to trust your gut instinct at a greater level. Now that could lead you on to victory and success with certain projects or aspects or dynamics within your life. Now some of these could be getting rid of deceit, right? So moving someone out who has been deceitful, or moving your own feelings out that have been not true or not aligned to yourself. Even, you know, anxiety and worry, we shouldn't be living with all that negativity. We should be able to get rid of it, because that's not what we're here to experience. We need to feel more in tune and more in harmony and more positivity. And that's what the victory card could be. It could be talking about gaining control of your emotions and getting rid of not being true to yourself or others in your life that you don't need, and you move them on. It could be the victory about something that you are doing, a collaboration with people that has been hidden for some time. This may have been all being done under the cover of something that's been very quiet and you couldn't tell anyone, and it's been a big deal that's been going on. And finally you're allowed to open up and let everyone know what you've been doing, and it's actually a successful thing. So there are very many different avenues to look upon with these two particular alignments here. So there we are, Capricorns. That is your reading for the month of March. I think there's a lot of interesting things going on, and there's a lot to have been said in the cards. You do have some lovely ones that have turned up, and they are giving you quite, I think, succinct messages about bringing balance into your life. You do have some quite nice starting energies over here for March, with the love and the happiness and the social activities, and even this one as well. Just remember to balance everything and harmonize it all, and you will free flow yourself into the next month. So hey guys, remember to sub the channel, because if you don't, it can be really hard to find each video that I upload. And I love reading your comments, and I answer them when I can. So thank you all for joining me. It's a privilege to be able to do these videos for you, and I love being able to do it. So if you want a personal reading with me, follow the links below the video, and we can get in touch that way. Wishing you all a wonderful month in March, not too much March madness. And yeah, I look forward to seeing you all again the following month. Take care everyone, much love, namaste.